Testing, testing. Lambert Park is the scene for the first of the 24 NPL Men's New South Wales season, and it pits third against sixth in a battle of the traditional powerhouses. APIA Leichhardt up against Sydney United 58. Good evening, everybody. Tony Tanous in commentary with you from Lambert Park for our first Elimination semi-final of season 2024. And it pits third place, APIA Leichhardt, up against sixth place, Sydney United 58. Yes, two of the traditional powerhouses. It's a mouth-watering clash. And there's always added spice when these two sides meet. Sydney United have had the edge in recent years in this fixture. In fact, since the 2019 grand final, which APIA won over at Parramatta Stadium, these two sides have played 8 times. And Sydney United 58 have won 6 of those fixtures. It's one they really look forward to. And even if they come into this, perhaps not as the fancied side, having finished lower on the ladder, they'll be right up for it. They are a team that relishes the big occasion. APIA, they come into this refreshed. Franco Parisi was able to rest most of his starting 11 on the weekend in the victory here over Spirit FC. But he brings in all the big names today. The lineup looks like this. Anthony Bazanas in goals. The back four of Saya Kambiyashi, Temba Mwatamalo, Michael Kuda and Sean Simmons. The midfield trio are Adrian Yatino, Eddie Caspers and Jack Armson. And in attack, on the flanks, Jack Stewart on the right, Rory Jordan on the left, and leading the line is their top scorer in Ben Gibson, who's scored 18 throughout the regular season. Sydney United 58. Jelko Kalats has made 3 changes to the side that had a victory over St George City on the weekend to cement their spot in the finals. Their full lineup looks like this. Oliver Kalats is in goals. The back four, Bailey Arul, Dejan Bakadanakovsky, Adrian Vlastelica and Matt Hatch. The holding midfielders, Anthony Tomalich and Tariq Mayer. And then the front four on the flanks, Mason Wells on the right, Carlos de Oliveira on the left. And in the number 10 role behind striker Patrick Antelmi is Aidan Milicevic. You can probably hear the atmosphere coming through our ground effects mic. It is a big atmosphere here at Lambert Park to kick off the finals campaign. Spread the word, sit back, relax, engage the hashtag NPL NSW. Finals football is back in season 2024. And our match official, Stephen Lucas, about to get proceedings underway, will be Sydney United in their alternate all-white strip running from right to left. What an atmosphere here as we kick off the 2024 final series. And Sydney United get it forward down the left-hand side, trying to put some pressure on Saya Kambiyashi early on. We've had blustery, windy conditions right throughout the day in Sydney. Down on ground level isn't so bad. Still, two teams that love to get it down, play passing, positive attacking football. We sense that'll be the mode. Ben Gibson dispossessed there by Vlastelica. And now Tariq Mayer, plenty of experience for Sydney United in the centre of that midfield. Bakadanakovsky allows that one to go through to Oliver Kalats. Bakadanakovsky back in the squad in recent weeks. He's come in at a timely period with Liam McGing serving the final of a 7-match suspension today. That red card and in the match against Rockdale Illingdon. Bakadanakovsky's had the job alongside Vlastelica. They might have some work to do here as Kambiyashi gets forward. And that was good work from Hatch to get across. The atmosphere is electric early on here. The travelling fans from Denser Park made their way. The home fans have turned up as well. Midweek finals football. Two of the absolute traditional powerhouses, two of the most successful clubs in New South Wales football. And it was Jack Stewart just trying to slide it into the other Jack in Armson. What a combination they've built over the last couple of years. Of course, APIA last year's premiers. this year, finishing in third spot. They were right up there as far as the title challenge was concerned. It was them and Rockdale for large portions of the 2024 season, particularly the opening periods of the season. APIA right in it till the last couple of months. They had a number of catch-up games, a number of washouts, and their games really piled up. And that build-up of games, in the end, they had to play 6 games in 18 days. They were basically playing every weekend and every Wednesday. And that really proved a step too far for the semi-professional players. It was 5 out of 6 weeks in a row, in fact, where they had to play on a Wednesday. And the results were affected as a result of that. And their title challenge did drop off in the end, finishing on 57 points, 15 behind the competition premiers in Rockdale Illingdon, who set the pace throughout. To their credit, of course, they put the pressure on the likes of Rockdale, on the likes of APIA, Marconi throughout the season. And they've set a pace that was too hot to handle. And they've been partying hard, but they will switch, of course, their focus to the final series now. 2 games kicking us off tonight. 3rd versus 6th, the first of the elimination semi-finals, and then later on tonight from Landon Stadium, Blacktown City, who finished 4th spot just behind APIA on goal difference. They'll be up against 5th place St George City, making their first finals appearance in NPL competition as Hatch gets forward. It's very much something to look out for throughout the patterns in this elimination semi-final. Watch the fullbacks, the Sydney United 58, Hatch on the left, Bailey Rule on the right. It is very much the Sydney United template, the DNA that they love to send their fullbacks forward. Excitement here. So we've got 2 midweek fixtures. The top 2 wait their finals campaigns will start on the weekend. Rockdale, they will play the team, one of the teams that comes through as Bakadanakovsky takes no risk there. Kalats did come off his line, but no risk taken by the central defender. Congratulations do go, of course, to Rockdale Illingdon. The party's been long and hard over at the Rockdale Illingdon Sports Centre since their victory on Sunday, or their confirmation, of course, at the end of round 29 that they were the premiers. On the weekend they received their trophy. Their first major success in 40 years. The attention now turns to the finals campaign. Marconi, they'll be at home as well on Sunday. They will play the highest ranked winner. So if it is APIA that comes through this, it will be APIA taking on Marconi as Antelmi comes forward. Chance to slide it in behind the Oliveira. In his first season at the Sydney United, he had a terrific campaign, making the move across from Blacktown City. That one hits the referee as APIA look to go forward quickly into transition. Wonderful atmosphere. I'm sure you can hear it coming through our sportscast camera crew. Ground effects mic. It is quite a stat. Since the 2019 NPL Men's New South Wales Grand Final, these two sides have met on 8 occasions. And Sydney United have finished victors on 6 of those 8 occasions. As Rory Jordan gets forward down the left-hand side, chance to slide it across. The opportunity almost fell at the feet there of Ben Gibson as Talent got a hand to that. End-to-end action early on. Of course, these two sides also met in the Waratah Cup final last year, where we saw an early red card to Sean Simmons, and that ultimately tipped the momentum in the way of Sydney United 58. And they finished the extra time period, that match going to extra time, just as the 2019 grand final did. And we wonder, with the possibility of additional time tonight, the possibility of penalties, of course, these two fierce rivals APIA will have been buoyed by the fact that they were able to rest players on the weekend. They were able to still get the victory. They confirmed their position. They got it really late on with Nick Atzoni scoring against Spirit. Injury time winner to confirm their spot in third place. Because for large parts of Sunday it looked like Blacktown City would leapfrog them into third spot. But APIA, who finished equal with Blacktown on 57 points, finished ahead of them by virtue of goal difference and not by much at all. They go forward. As I mentioned, their top scorer this year. Keep an eye out on Ben Gibson wearing the number 9 jersey. Plenty of rumours circulating around his future. Sydney United come forward down the left-hand side. They get it out to De Oliveira, who can whip it towards the back post, making that run forward. Mason Wells on the right-hand side. One of the 3 changes into the starting 11 this evening. Forward now, APIA. Temba Moatamala looking for the run of Stewart. It was Hatch following him all the way. Hatch, a new signing this year, made the move across from Marconi. That 2-kilometre move. Started the season over on the left side of the attack, did Matt Hatch. It wasn't too long before he moved into that left-back position, and hasn't he done an amazing job there? Coming forward to influence things. One of their leading assist man of season 2024. Foul there on Eddie Caspers as Uchino, the skipper for APIA, plays quickly. Sean Simmons, a big game player, asking the question there. The referee was right on the spot. There were appeals for a handball against Baka Danikovsky, who looks for the diagonal switch out to De Oliveira. That battle's already looking like a really enticing one. De Oliveira against Kambayashi. De Oliveira, who does love to drop inside. He'll look to engage Moatamala as often as possible. That's a good pinch there from Aidan Milicevic, and he gets it across to Antelmi, and now it's on for Mason Wells. Good high pinch there from Sydney United 58. And Telmi looking lively early on. Another of the new players, or another of the players starting tonight after being on the bench on the weekend. Here comes the man who scored for Sydney United on the weekend, Vlaštanica, the skipper, former APIA player. Over now on that right-hand side is Wells, and he's looking dangerous early on. Player signed during the transfer window after a stint at the Bulls Academy, and he's done well to win the free kick. So it does give Sydney United a chance to get the tall timber forward early. We've got Tomilic in there. Vlastelica's also sniffing around at the back post. This one does head towards Vlastelica, but it's Sean Simmons who got the initial header on. Now it's to Oliveira. Looking to slide it across. This is a chance for Rory Jordan to counter-attack. Akademikovsky doing well. Like Vlastelica, the former APIA youth player. In fact, he came through as a 17, 18-year-old here at APIA before making the move and spending some time at the Sydney FC A-League Academy. His first season now at Sydney United, Akademikovsky. He did spend a large portion of the middle of the campaign out injured. But he's really done well over the last couple of months with no Liam McGinn. Formed a strong partnership alongside Vlastelica, and he looks forward now down that right-hand side. Here's Milicevic. Nice hold-up play from Antelmi. Quickly trying to shut him down was Michael Kuda. He stepped into the centre of defence in recent times. The unfortunate news for Josh Simmons, who dislocated his shoulder in the Australia Cup round of 32 match against Olympic FC over in Queensland. He will be having surgery. Chatting to him ahead of the match. He's hoping to be back in time for the start of next season. I wish Josh all the best with his operation. The real stalwarts of this APIA side that's had so much success over the past decade. And he's been a real key figure, along with his brother Sean. There is Sean linking it up with Rory Jordan on that far side. Probably the best moment for APIA coming down that left-hand side early on, and they like to play off Gibson there. In fact, it was Armstrong trying to slide it in behind for Gibson. We saw the effect that he had playing off the shoulder of the last defender in the Waratah Cup final. One of the real standout players in that final over at Nostrata Jubilee a couple of weeks ago. Had a sensational match. His link-up play with the likes of Jordan and Armson. It's really something to behold. 3-0 victory. As Kuda has to come across. Milicevic getting forward out of midfield. Took the first-time volley. And it was straight at Pizanis. Excellent work again from Antelmi. Just exploiting the space between two central defenders. And Milicevic getting his shot on target. Sydney United's best moment so far was Hatch. Tracking him there was Stewart. Experienced former A-League official Stephen Lucas, a long-time official here in the New South Wales National Premier League. But when you look back over the records, 2014, 10 years ago, he was the NPL referee of the season in New South Wales. As Gibson goes forward. Read well by Akademikovsky. Strong climb, Uchino. Here is Armson with a little bit of room. He's passed overhit and Jordan has to retrieve. Early kickoff here, 7 p.m, and the crowd has really rolled in. A real carnival-like atmosphere. We had all the APIA juniors training ahead of the match. Most of them and their families have stuck around. They're making a great atmosphere up against the travelling Sydney United fans who have turned up in their droves. Good run here out of midfield from Caspers. Gibson goes down in the box. Now Caspers goes down. And the referee points for an APIA corner. Gibson thought he might have been tripped up there in the back play. He was waiting for that delivery. All of a sudden he was on the ground. Caspers, in trademark style, we've seen him do that throughout the season. A new signing this year, making the move across from the Bulls Academy. He's almost been a like-for-like replacement for Fabian Monge. Done well to win the corner. Now APIA, who showed during the Waratah Cup finals prowess at set pieces. And that almost fell at the feet there of Muatamalo. He's a real powerhouse at set pieces. Number 15 for APIA, Temba Muatamalo. Keep an eye on the delivery from Jack Armson, who's come across to take this. Has the variations, he likes to fizz them in low. He can also stand them up towards the back post, but he likes the low trajectory ones. Aim towards an E-post, keep an eye out for those. This one's drifted a little bit deeper. And now on the edge of the box is Caspers. Good block by Tariq Mayer. Here is Stewart. Quickly shutting him down as well. And now he can look to drive forward. The number 7 for Sydney United, who's popped out on the left-hand side. Looks for the early delivery. It'll be overhit. And he will go back out to that right-hand side. So often, over the history of the top tier in New South Wales football, whenever Sydney United 58 make the finals, you see the big travelling contingent. We saw that, the momentum around their run into the 2019 grand final. That was really something to behold. They couldn't get the bickies against APIA on that occasion. As Wells happy to hold this one up and get Tomalic involved. Looks in for Anselmi, Kennington, Muatamalo, and it's inches away. Excellent forward play there from Anselmi. He took on Muatamalo. He got the first touch. And then he got to the loose ball. And APIA were happy to see that one go wide. Anselmi certainly looks in the mood today. Big game player who's produced big moments over the past decade or so for this famous club. Pleasure to have your company wherever you're watching. Tony Tanous in commentary. The first of our elimination semi-finals in season 2024. And now it's Gibson. The flag eventually goes up against him. Our assistant on the knee side is Harry Gobinar. On the far side, one of the more experienced assistant referees, Lance Greenshields, and our fourth official is Jake Rose. An experienced set of officials for this one. Always tends to be plenty of spice. Some mouth-watering lineups in the final series. If you're new to the NPL New South Wales, finals are back after last season where we had a first past the post campaign. And in that campaign, it was APIA Leichhardt. Who came out as the premiers. Come forward here through Armson. He's back to his goal-scoring best in the second half of the season. It's a bit of a lean period for him. After his exploits last season, where he's part of the NPL Men's New South Wales Team of the Season, he was right up there as far as Player of the Season honours were concerned. Had a lean period after a trial in Japan in the early part of the campaign. Hasn't he hit form in the second half of the season. He's been among the goals in recent weeks, finishing the campaign with double figures for the second year in a row. As Caspers again drives forward. Just have to wait for the ball to catch up. He's got it into Stewart. Chance to line one up. And there were appeals. In the end, they've been awarded a corner. APIA, positive attacking intent and showing their transition qualities. At times, Stewart and Caspers combining. Caspers is proving a real handful out of midfield at the moment. Something that Tomalich and Tariq Meyer have to try and address. Armson with another delivery. He's got Stewart in there, Sean Simmons as well. Gibson is there, goes towards a near post. Milicevic able to clear. There is Kambayashi. Another of the new signings this year, making the move across from Manly United. They've slid it in behind. The flag has gone up though. They do love to get those players down the left-hand side forward. Sean Simmons, and in fact the left back and the left centre back. It was Michael Kuda who dispatched that little reverse ball from Simmons into the back of the net, but Harry Governath had already put his flag up. Positive signs as we approach the midway point of the first half here at Lambert Park. No score yet. The first of our elimination semi-finals. 2 preliminary finals to come on Sunday, 1 p.m. at the Rockdale Illington Sports Centre. Rockdale will play the lowest ranked winner from tonight's 2 matches. So if it's APIA and Blacktown who win, Rockdale will be up against Blacktown. If Sydney United get the win here today, then Rockdale will be up against Sydney United 58. Marconi, they'll be at home, 5 p.m. They finish second on the ladder. Stewart gets forward, looks for the first time delivery. And that's comfortable for Oliver Kallatz. So Marconi will play the highest ranked winner. So if it is APIA who win today, it will be Marconi versus APIA as Jordan gets forward. And what a ball it was! Right across the face, it evaded everyone. And perhaps fortunate in the end, Vlastelica was diving in. They're being opened up, Sydney United down their right-hand side. Rory Jordan maybe trying to exploit the space in behind Bailey Rule, who does like to get forward. In the sense that might be part of the game planning from Franco Parisi and David DePuzzo. The Brains Trust at APIA. Now in their second season at the helm. What a terrific transition it's been for the legend of APIA, Franco Parisi, whose jersey was retired this season. There was Muatamalo stepping up. The famous number 10 jersey for APIA. And Parisi wore all those years with such distinction. The 70th anniversary event this year. What an honour for the man they call the Maestro. And he's hoping to bring more silverware, more success. They've had so much success, this club, in recent years. In fact, since 2017. As Aidan Milicevic slides this one in behind to Hatch. Great opportunity, and it was a strong hand from Buzanas. It was needed too, because Hatch hit that one well. It was on target, and Buzanas got a good hand behind that one. Excellent work again from Milicevic. And there's that theme I spoke about earlier. Watch for the overlapping fullbacks. That time, Matt Hatch close to giving us our opening goal of the finals campaign. Referee just having a chat in the middle. Looks like it might be Mason Wells and Buzanis. Referee just making sure that the number 7 isn't doing any pushing on the keeper, that the keeper has an opportunity to come out and punch or gather if necessary. It's going to fall here. Oh, what an effort! And it was Buzanis who got a touch to deny Tariq Mayer, who latched onto that with superb technique. And it might have been hitting the crossbar. But Buzanis couldn't have taken any chances. He's produced another wonderful save there to keep it at 0-0. And the Sydney-Croatia chant goes up. Hope you're enjoying these, those of you watching back at the King Tom Club on the big screen. Sydney United 58 have got a corner. They whip it in towards the knee post. Chino going to get another opportunity through Milicevic. This is a chance for the counter-attack. Suddenly it's 3v3 and Jack Stewart tries to make it an overload. They go down to the left and it's Casper's in behind. Chance to go at the Sydney United defence and it's still on here. In the end the flag goes up. It was Gibson who made the run forward. The feed from Caspers was just a little bit too late. And not for the first time. The flag on the near side goes up. End-to-end football. Hope you're enjoying this. It's a fantastic contest. Everything we expect when these two sides meet. We have had kickoff as well over at Landon Stadium. Blacktown City up against St George City, playing in their first finals campaign. Two former Blacktown City legends at the helm at St George City, Aitek Gench and Mirko Yuril. As the ball goes in towards Armson. Keep you posted on progress there. I'll also keep you posted on the progress over at Christie Park, where one of our NPL Men's New South Wales teams in Spirit FC, they're up against Melbourne Victory in the Australia Cup. Keep you posted on progress from Christie Park as well. Big occasion for David Perkovic's men. And they caused the big upset against A-League opposition, as we've seen APIA do against Victory in recent seasons. APIA have got another set piece. It's another opportunity for Armson to show us his set piece qualities. Aim towards Kuda. We've seen him in recent weeks, the Waratah Cup final, in fact, show his aerial ability. Set piece on that occasion, the opening goal worked to absolute perfection. Straight off the training ground. Credit, of course, going to David DePuzzo for that routine in the Waratah Cup final. On this occasion, a little bit too much on the delivery. Pleasure to have your company wherever you are watching. Of course, 6 teams goes into 2 on Saturday, September 7 at Combank Stadium, where we'll be holding the grand final, the NPL Men's Grand Final, for the 3rd time. That'll be a massive occasion, a great opportunity for the players to play on such a stadium. So our 2019 Grand Final between these two sides, which was the first at Parramatta Stadium, as Armson makes the run beyond Gibson. Now it's Caspers again getting forward, looking for the link up with Gibson. Nice build up here, caught an intervention, Bailey Rule stepping inside. Now Rory Jordan, he's got a bit of room. Lovely build up. Caspers staying in an advanced position yet again. We've seen that countless times in the opening period. Finding plenty of room in the Sydney United box is Eddie Caspers. go with the short variation. Sean Simmons on the left foot. He looks for Kuda. Reading it well was Tariq Mayer. He's had one of Sydney United's best moments. They have had a couple of chances now. And tell me, also Aidan Milicevic, Tariq Mayer and Matt Hatch. So some good chances for Sydney United 58. As for APIA, they probably got into the opposition box even more than Sydney United 58. Just the final quality, that final execution in the box, not quite on yet. Terrific spectacle so far. It was tight when these two sides met in the second half of the season. Sydney United's 2 goals in that 2-0 victory coming late on. It's a completely different story when they met earlier on in the campaign as Sean Simmons gets forward. In fact, that fixture in round 10, it was an APIA home game. But of course, Lambert Park was under renovation. It was being resurfaced. They were using the Leichhardt Oval in the first half of the season, but that one game in particular was played at Sydney Olympic Park over on the athletics field. And it was Sydney United 58 who came away with a thumping 5-1 victory. And that game was effectively over by half-time. This one is anything but. As Armson looks to get into the box. Holding him up well was Bakadanakovsky. Cross it goes to Jack Stewart, who doesn't mind. He's never shy in taking this shot from outside the box, even if it is on that left foot. A couple of productive seasons for him at APIA. Jack Stewart, one of the hottest properties in the NPL before last campaign. APIA were able to prize him away from the Mount Druitt Town Rangers. He, like Jack Armson, featuring in our NPL Men's Team of the Year, hitting the double figures as far as goals were concerned. And he's done the same again in season 2024. 12 goals in the regular season. And he's looking to add some more in the finals campaign. A real leader of his community from the Kamilaroi tribe. Jack Stewart, a proud Indigenous representative. Now on the Football New South Wales Indigenous Advisory Committee as well. Those are the leadership qualities that are right across our competition. Those players who combine their semi-professional football with other vocations, the quality that they produce week in, week out. We've seen plenty of that on display in the opening period here at Lambert Park. We're now in our second year where we have gone to a 30-round regular season. It's a terrific initiative which gives younger players the game time, the conditioning that they need. We're starting to see many step up to the next tier. We saw last year Fabian Monge, of course, and Yanni Nicolau, part of that championship winning side with APIA Leichhardt, making the move to Melbourne Victory and MacArthur Bulls, respectively. So many rumours circulating around the NPL Men's New South Wales around potential player moves at the conclusion of the campaign. Here goes Jack Stewart. Gambiashi had taken a high position. Of course, we must also tip a hat to some of the greats who are retiring from our game, and the news that you would have seen surfacing in the last couple of days around Mitch Stamatelis, who undoubtedly one of the greatest players and defenders that we've seen over the last 10 or 15 years across the New South Wales football scene. We wish him all the best in retirement. What a joy he has brought. One of the brainiac central defenders. So intelligent. As Gibson looks to get in the box. What an opportunity. There was a good save there. Calais matching what Bazanis did at the other end. Gibson showing his qualities to find space. Great opportunity now at the back post. Coming in with Sean Simmons. And he's disappointed because a player of his goal-scoring ability over the past decade, particularly in the big game, he'll be disappointed not to have hit the target. It was an excellent cross from Stewart on this near side. Stamatellis just one of a number of players. We wish the best to. Saw the news, of course, around Roy O'Donovan, who spent the last 3 seasons scoring plenty of goals in the National Premier League of New South Wales, the Sydney Olympic. Golden Boot with 21 goals in season 2022. And he's consistently produced that number over the last couple of seasons as well. At the age of 39, stellar career. We wish Roy all the best in retirement. So plenty of other names. A couple in the second tier that have been legends of the top tier as well, Yanni. Spirakis and Chris Payne, a couple of others. Chris Lindsay's another one. He's hung up the boots after his recent shift at Sutherland. Keep helping them stay up in the top tier. Over the top here, making the run forward was Rory Jordan. Now Tomilich quickly pressed by Armson, but qualities to turn away from that. And there's Antelmi. Just made the switch momentarily. Mason Wells has come over to this near side. That's good work here from Antelmi, who's played it forward again, looking for Wells, but Cambiashi has had a very strong first half. Now they play it down the line, looking for Caspers. Bakadanakovsky's continued his good first half form. And give you an update too from Landon Stadium. St George City, they've taken the lead, the away side. The 2 games between those two have been feisty as well when they've played this year. That's a nice touch there from Antelmi. Suddenly the opportunity to get him behind. And now he slides it across. What a great chance! And what a save! Buzanis comes up big again. Milicevic with the opportunity. And it was a great counter-attack with Antelmi leading the way. But what about the work? Buzanis, not for the first time tonight, has come up with a big save. Chances in the last couple of minutes at both ends. Good chances as well. Kalatz with the save at one end. Buzanis has produced 3 or 4 really good saves so far. Here's Armson looking for the one-touch link-up play with Gibson. They do love to play that bounce around in the front third. Here's Cambiashi. Trying to make Wells work backwards. Here is Sean Simmons just dropping into an inverted position in the centre of the park. And it gave him the opportunity. His eyes lit up. Trying to create the space for a shot from distance. He's a player with the qualities to execute that. And he's done well to win a corner. We are approaching the final 5 minutes here at Lambert Park of this first half. No score yet. APIA Leichhardt versus Sydney United 58. 3rd versus 6th. Great chance for Gibson, and it almost Struck the arm in the end. More defending to do for Tomalich after that initial clearance. Chance and room here for Stewart. And again, he's not shy in taking the shot. APIA finding pockets in that front third. Can they find the final quality to unlock the Sydney United defence? Caspers again. Slides it down the line for Jordan. And he's done well to win the free kick. No advantage there for that challenge, Bailey Rule. First player to go into the book. And confirmed too, thanks to Jake Rose, our fourth official, confirming before the match that in the final series it is 3 yellow cards before there is a suspension, which will hopefully limit any potential for the teams coming from 3rd to 6th to miss a grand final if they get that far. Positive foray down the left, desert this free kick, and now Armstrong looks to stand it up. And you could see the idea, Kuda was coming in. Something they've clearly worked on. That late run from Kuda, who's very much a powerhouse at the set pieces.
Yeah, someone
confirming that score out at Landon Stadium as Caspers goes through this time. Bakadanakovsky, the referee, just saying that there was cover. But it's Caspers again, bursting out of midfield, drawing the challenge this time from Bakadanakovsky. And suddenly both Bailey Rule and Bakadanakovsky, two players that you sense have been targeted by APIA. They are sending a lot of traffic down their left-hand side. And those two now have to walk the tightrope for the remainder of the match. Of course, that possibility, if we can't be separated at the end of 90, potential of extra time as Stewart looks to link it up with Uchino. We don't say very often the captain for APIA produces a heavy touch. Maybe for him it was nosebleed territory. We don't see him in those high positions too often. He is a player who's ultimate professional when it comes to the responsibility of a deep-lying midfielder, protecting that back four. He sits there, makes sure he screams. That time he found himself high up the pitch. Here it comes the throw from Hatch, looking to hold it up was Antelmi, working back was Armson, and now Hatch launches it long. Zanis, who stepped into the number 1 role this year after Ivan Nichevsky, last year's NPL Keeper of the Season. Zanis has relished the opportunity this year to step into those formidable gloves of Ivan Nichevsky. He's already got some silverware with the Waratah Cup, and he's produced a big first half. Some important saves. The man at the other end, Oliver Kallatz, who's got to be vying, you sense, 4 Goalkeeper of the Year honours as the referee brings an end to the first half. And the first half that has really flown past. There have been chances galore at both ends. Two teams that love to get the ball down and play. And they've produced a terrific first half. No score between APIA and Sydney United 58. We're going to have a break and be back with all the second half action. Make sure you stick around on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. it is, and welcome back to Lambert Park. This first elimination semi-final of our NPL Men's New South Wales season 2024. No score yet in the first period in this rivalry between APIA and Sydney United 58, but not for lack of trying. It was the two keepers that were probably the two standout players. Anthony Bazanis at one end for APIA, denying Sydney United 58 on 3 or 4 occasions, and it was Kallatz as well who came up with a couple of big saves at the other end. Oliver Kallatz. Terrific, electric first half. Sit back, relax. Tony Tanous with you, along with the crew from Sportscast, bringing you finals football. Spread the word. Use the hashtag NPL NSW. Be sure to engage. Let us know your thoughts. Who do you think's going to come out on top tonight in the two fixtures? Keep you posted on progress over at Landon Stadium. Blacktown City up against St George City. The two fixtures between those two sides has been split this season. Keep you abreast of developments over at Christie Park, one of our top tier sides, Spirit FC. They're up against the Melbourne Victory in the Australia Cup round of 16. And at the moment, in the first half, it is Melbourne Victory who've taken the lead there. Hopefully Spirit can get themselves back into it. There's an opportunity now for Sydney United with Mason Wells trying to duck inside. It was good work though from Rory Jordan. He got back to put the pressure on. Casper's one of the real stars of the first half. He's burst out of midfield. Clearly part of the game plan as Jack Stewart tries to duck inside. Held up this time by Tariq Meyer. Work from the screening midfielder. Lost so many players. It's been a big rejuvenation for Sydney United 58 in season 2024 after losing some of the biggest names in NPL New South Wales football. The likes of Glenn Trefiro, Matthew Billich, Devante Clute, Chris Payne, the two Yannis Perkatis and Fragigianis. Also lost Andrea Agamemnonos, so a real void to fill. It was perhaps reduced the expectations ahead of the season. Certainly not many people expected them to be featuring in the top 6. They've done an exceptional job. Brought in some fresh young players, the likes of Carlos de Oliveira, Aidan Milicevic. They had Shunta Nakamura here. Recently left after 26 rounds. He left to the Indonesian third tier. Others to join the fold. Adam Zervis is one of the substitutes today. Matt Hatch, the left back. Bakadanakovsky's another one. Along with Oliver Kallatz, who might have some work to do here up against Armson, who struck that one hard. It was straight at Bakadanakovsky. Got his body in the way. He's just stayed down after that. Stewart tries his luck from a long way out. Stayed down to get some treatment. Bakadanakovsky. It does give us a chance just to go through the respective benches. I mentioned Adam Zervis is one of the benchies for Sydney United 58. Their reserve keeper is number 58 in Ryan Warner, who's been spending a bit of time this season alternating between the under-20s and the bench spot as well for the first team. There are other substitutes. Alessandro Lacalandra, who was the hero for them off the bench in the Waratah Cup final. What an impact he made. Adam Zervis, as I said, the experienced Christian Gonzalez who can fill in on the left side of defence, or in central defence. One of their new signings during the transfer window, the Brazilian Luis Lobo. And the other substitute is a young attacker, part of their 20 setup in Ali El Saba. So they're the Sydney United substitutes. Franco Parisi, on the other hand, he's named the following. 6 on the bench. Alex Parks is the reserve keeper. The outfield players, Nick Azzoni, been in great goal scoring form. He's got 2 in recent weeks. Alex Denmead. Oliveira looks to link it up now for Sydney United. Gets the return ball here from Anselmi. Onto the left foot he goes, and he misses that one across the face. It wasn't too far away. You can see from the reaction to Oliveira. He's got great technique. Loves a strike from deep. Just completing the bench for APIA. Alex Denmead, Maxim Kasalovic, he came in during the transfer window. Dakota Askew, and the young 15-year-old Max Court. You might have seen the news on the NPL New South Wales pages earlier today. He made his debut, the youngest ever debutant for APIA. The 15-year-old who's been at the club since the under-9 SAP program. He's come through the ranks, started the season in the under-15s, and he's worked his way onto the bench for a semi-final. What an occasion that would be. He did get on the pitch on Sunday, late on, in that 1-0 win over Spirit. Pretty impressive too. So many raps on young Max Court. Might depend on the game situation whether we'll see him in the finals, but a big tip of the hat to APIA promoting the youngsters. We saw Franco Farinella, big part of their title last season. As Gibson looks to get in behind now. Look at the speed here from Gibson. And what a save again. Kellett, who's right up there as far as clean sheets in season 2024 are concerned. The improvement from the keeper, he must be right up there, as I was saying just before half time. As far as the goalkeeper of the year award is concerned, he has to be right in the reckoning. He's won the goalkeeper of the month award on a couple of occasions, and he's continued to go from strength to strength. A chip off the old block, that's for sure. He's come back from some time overseas, and that was another big save to deny APIA's top scorer in Ben Gibson. Here's Sean Simmons with the curving free kick, looking for Guatemala. With a bit of a variation there, no Armson. It was Sean Simmons. Maybe something that David DePuzzo has spotted at the halftime break. He usually takes control, the assistant coach, of a lot of the set pieces. The real football brain is David DePuzzo. He was that when he was on the pitch. Enjoying work alongside Franco Parisi, a young coaching duo that are certainly making an impression in the NPL Men's New South Wales. Here's Milicevic looking to slide it in behind. Has Bailey Rule stayed onside? Gets to it ahead of the byline. There was Bazanas. He had to get a strong hand to that. It's an excellent counter-attack. Milicevic again involved. And Bailey Rule with that early delivery. Aiden Milicevic has gone across to take this corner. Look at the crowded players trying to put pressure on Bazanas. Not too much of that. Illegal in the end from the Sydney United players. APIA will look to go quickly. Gibson's the target. Does well to hold it up. See the gesture from Stephen Lucas. Off the upper chest. It's good work there from Vlaškalica, the skipper. And there's Antelmi being held, and that surely has to be a yellow. He gave the referee no choice there, Adrian Uccino, for that pulling the shirt of Antelmi, and he becomes the first APIA player booked. Like that atmosphere is resonating through our ground effect mic. Sydney United 58, who finished in 10th spot in season 2023. They will have been very disappointed with that. As I said, they made the big refresh of the squad. Kalatz has done a great job. They've probably punched above weight. Not one of the highest budgets across the league. They have a DNA, they have a style of play. They've brought in the players that they saw fit, which suit the system. The likes of Milicevic relishing it, as is this man in Carlos de Oliveira. No longer do they have Nakamura. They're still playing their football. Such big game players with that spine of Vlaškalica at the base of the defence, and then the two holding midfielders in Tomalic and Tariq Meyer. Good work there from Jack Stewart. It's certainly an area that he's improved since he's come to APIA. That work back in transition, and he comes forward now to support Gibson. It was a great effort in the end, and again it's colours, because Jack Stewart lined that one up. Gibson put it on a plate for him. Kalatz has produced another strong save, his second of the half. A little insight there into the improvement from Jack Stewart, who was all the way back deep in his own half doing the defending. And how quickly did he come forward to join Gibson in that rapid transition moment. This one's whipped towards the near post. Oliveira deals with it. Remember, if we are locked after the 90 minutes, we will go to 30 additional minutes. Extra time period. These two have played a couple of big finals in recent years where we have gone into extra time. And this one looks very tight. The two keepers in fine form, so it's going to take something special to beat them. Zanis has been a penalty shootout hero here in a big cup match as well in recent years. Remember last year in the Australia Cup qualifying round 7 match against Sydney Olympic. That went to penalties, and Bazanis was the hero. Got them through to the Australia Cup, as well as ultimately the Waratah Cup final. That's an excellent dribble on that far side, drawing the challenge. We've already seen a couple of Sydney United players booked. That time, Stephen Lucas just having a chat. But again, it's Caspers who's looking to get forward at every opportunity. Something we have seen throughout the season, but today we sense even more so. Something that they've clearly identified, the brains trust at APIA. Caspers has found himself in plenty of space in that front third. That's earned another free kick for Sean Simmons. Armson, instead of taking it, he's in there. Along with Kuda, along with Gibson. It's into a dangerous area at the back post. No one attacking it in the end. Really favouring that left foot in-swinger from the other side at the start of the second half. That much is very clear. And give you another update from Christie Park. Melbourne Victory have extended their lead, approaching injury time in the first period. 2-0 to the Victory over Spirit. Hopefully a big gate there as Kalatz comes out. was almost a bit of hesitation between him and Bakadanakovsky. Gibson was putting the pressure on. The referee's just going to make sure that the defender's okay. Kalatz is back up on his feet. He wasn't impressed with what he saw from APIA's number 9. And Bakadanakovsky has just stayed down. For Sydney United 58, they've suffered a lot of injuries throughout the season. Bakadanakovsky has already spent quite a bit of time out with injury this campaign. As I said earlier, only back in the last couple of months since the Liam McGing injury, or the Liam McGing suspension rather. So I'll hope it's nothing too serious. They're already missing a couple of players out with injury today. No Jordan Ivancic, no Marko Arambasic, no Stefan Dirovelard. All out injured, of course. McGing still suspended. One more game for him to serve. He'll be back if Sydney United can progress. He'll be back for a preliminary final on Sunday. Bakadanakovsky back up on his feet. Can give you a half-time score and update from Landon Stadium. Blacktown City have levelled things up against St George City 1-1. The score there. Do our best to keep you posted on progress there. It's 2-0. Half-time Melbourne victory over Spirit FC. Spread the word. NPL NSW is the hashtag. There's a challenge. The ref says play on there. Nothing in that. To the chagrin of the travelling Sydney United fans. Here's Tariq Mayer. He's really assumed a lot of that responsibility for the playmaking out of the midfield, the deeper lying midfield this season. No more Glenn Trefiro, no more Yanni Perkatis. So Andrea Agamemnonos. So Tariq Mayer and Tomalic. Their first choice. We've often seen Carlos de Oliveira also playing those deeper holding roles. They are a club that loves to build out from the back. Switch from one side to the other. And the diagonal balls from Vlastelica. Usually right on point. That one wasn't too bad as well. Wells couldn't quite keep it in though. It is very much part of the Sydney United way. Getting it into space for Vlastelica to drive forward and play that diagonal ball. Here is the skipper. As I said, both central defenders, former APIA players. Always love to come back to your old ground. They've got such a great record against APIA in recent seasons. In many ways, they have been APIA's bogey side. APIA with only one win from the past 8 games between these two since the 2019 Grand Final. Hard to really believe that stat. 6 wins for Sydney United, 1 draw and 1 APIA win. Came last season in the opening round of the campaign. In that time, Sydney United have scored 23 in those 8 fixtures. APIA, on the other hand, 12. So there have been high-scoring affairs. In fact, I don't believe there has been a nil between the two in that period since 2019. Chance here for United, fortunately for Bazanis, who overhit his pass out of the back. Mason Wells overhit his cross. Down the left they come. teams love to use the wide areas. And tell me, excellent turn on Uchino, he's on a yellow and couldn't commit. And now Milicevic. Kuda reading that one. No chances taken from the experienced Bazanas. Seeing that goalkeepers sometimes can get themselves in an awful mess. The bounce sometimes not to their favour. But here's Caspers again getting forward out of midfield, linking up with Gibson. Chance to switch the play. Goes across to Stewart. He looks to get a bit of room. Hatch stays strong defensively. And now Armson. Can he fire from distance? Straight at Cullarts. Mentioned the goal scoring form that he has been in. APIA have won 3 of their 4 most recent NPL regular season games after a lean period. Mentioned that period where they did play 5 Wednesdays out of 6. Been able to rebound in the last month, win 3 of their last 4 games. As Oliveira unleashes on that left foot, and he scores the opening goal. What a strike! Carlos Oliveira, if you don't mind, with an absolute screamer from outside the box. And he comes over to celebrate with the troubling fans. This fixture, which Sydney United 58 have dominated in recent years, they've taken the lead early in the second half. And when you look at the chances that they have created, you sensed it was a matter of time. And Oliveira pops up for his 9th goal of the campaign. What a goal it was. The travelling fans loved every moment of that. Almost at the midway point of the second half, it fell to Oliveira, and didn't he unleash? Now we're about to see this record extended here at Lambert Park. They love the big occasion. They love the one-off games. There's something about the DNA over at King Tom. And APIA, who won the Waratah Cup only a matter of a couple of weeks ago, have to show their big game prowess and show their resilience. They have produced some big performances over the years. They are a team with so much big game experience. When you look at their record since 2017, APIA have won the Waratah Cup twice. They've won 2 premierships, including last season. They've won that championship in 2019 over Sydney United 58, and twice. They've made the quarterfinals of the Australia Cup, taking out A-League opponents on the way. And they've got Gibson, and what an opportunity to hit back immediately. He found a slither of space on the edge of the 18-yard box, and he tried to fire it across Calats, but just a bit too far. And it remains 1-0 to the visitors. Sydney, Croatia, as the crowd are singing. The only goal of the game. Here is Antelmi working back. We have seen a change in the midfield. We'll confirm that, but it looks like Maxim Kasalovic has come on for Adrian Uchino, who was sitting on a yellow card. So the fresh legs, the youngster who joined from the Central Coast Mariners during the transfer window. Maxim Kasalovic has come on. Jordan back to Kuda. Have to show all of that experience now, but also that will and resilience. Just got Sean Simmons in the just under the commentary position, just holding that left leg of his. We'll keep an eye on him. We'll release it immediately. Hopefully for APIA, nothing too serious. They have just made a change. There's a heavy challenge. Stewart upended by to Oliveira. Two players. Both went to the same school in the Hills region, Oak Hill College. Both former Blacktown City players as well. It's delightful feat there from Tariq Mayer. What about the technique? And then the turn again. That is delicious. And now Tomilic can slide it down the line for Wells. You've got to love a bit of technique from the central midfielder to get out of tight space as Tomilic burst forward. And there was an important intervention from Michael Kuda. As things stand, Sydney United are marching on. And if it stays like this, they will be taking on Rockdale, 1 p.m. on Sunday afternoon over at the Rockdale Illingdon Sports Centre. Isn't that a clash that whets the appetite? Under 20 minutes for APIA to try and rescue this and get it to extra time. We are going to see a change for Sydney United. It's going to be Patrick Antelmi who makes way. In fact, it's not. Antelmi's going to go across and have a chat to Jelko Kalac. It's going to be Mason Wells. It's Alessandro Lacalandra. Not a bad option to bring on. Youngster's now in his second year and getting plenty of game time. There is Michael Kuda. He stayed right down after that. I mentioned that he's been struggling with what looks like a heel. He took a touch there. And hopefully Sean Simmons is okay. He wants emergent treatment. That didn't look good. There was no contact there at all. And he went straight down. He was holding that leg, limping away a few moments ago. Michael Sowan, the physio for APIA, straight onto the pitch to make sure he gets some quick treatment. They will be forced into a change here, APIA. They do have some attacking options. They can introduce the likes of Alex Denmead. Dakota Askew's another option at left back as well. You wonder if they will take the opportunity to make a bit more of an attacking move. Askew looks like he is limbering up. And Michael Sowan indicates to the board that Sean Simmons' day is up. And I hope that it is nothing too serious. He gets a great applause. He's a real stalwart of this club. He's produced some big moments, big occasions for APIA, big goals over the years. I'll have to do it without him. No change to the score over at Landon Stadium. 1-1 it is early in the second half there, as Dakota Askew is the player who comes on. So he can play on the left side of defence. Might be tasked with trying to get it forward as often as possible. Now we're going to see another famous Sydney United 58 victory. Their position in the top 6 was right on the precipice coming into Sunday's round 30 game. They needed to get something out of that against Spirit FC, because a loss to them, a win to Wollongong Wolves, and they would have been out of the finals. And they've got a chance now to add to the scoreboard, and tell me, thought about sliding that one into Milicevic, maybe on a different wavelength. Milicevic had to hold his run up. He's assumed responsibility for the number 10 role since the departure of Nakamura. Lakalandra with the fresh legs and the press. There's a good win from the Oliveira. Over the top, looking for Lakalandra. Kambiashi wants it down the other end. Good touch there from Stewart. There's excellent work from Caspers, who rides the challenge. Then he looks to play over the top for Gibson. That one just escaped his initial attempt to bring it under control. What an effort it was in the end from Stewart. He got it on that left foot and he tried to shape it into the corner. And he wasn't too far away from making it 1-1. That's the second time that APIA have fired just across the face of Kalitz's goal in the second period. Over the top from Bakadanakovsky. Cooter it is. Now Caspers to Jordan. Quickly stepping in again, Bakadanakovsky. He's had a solid shift so far. They've struggled for goals throughout the season. Sydney United 58, only the 9th best attack. But when you look at their defence, that's been rock solid. They've got the equal second best defensive unit in the league. Marconi, the best defensive record in season 2024. And 3 teams equal, conceding 40 goals. Rockdale, Illingdon, Sydney United 58 and St George City. And there's a great opportunity for Jordan. What about the block? Speaking of defensive efforts, Bailey Rule. He spent a large portion of the season out with an injury, a serious injury that we'll see him back. Just about 3 months of action. Saw him back for that match against Rockdale a couple of months ago. That was an important intervention. Here's Kambiashi. Again, Bakadanakovsky. Rory Jordan, who had a great opportunity moments ago, maybe thought about it. It allowed Bailey Rule to slide across. It was an excellent piece of defensive work. Time ticking away for APIA. Can they level it up from his set piece? It's aimed towards Moatamalo. And what about the save there? The son of Jelko Kalitz, Oliver Kalitz, with a point-blank save to deny Moatamalo. There were appeals there that it might have been over the line, but the officials were right on the spot. And Kalitz continues to produce heroics between the sticks for Sydney United 58. Another superb stop. Again, this one's aimed towards Moatamalo. This time much more comfortable for the keeper. They did enough through Bakadanakovsky and Tomilic. Here's Rule, looking for the run of Milicevic. He's got Antelmi in. He looks to shape it towards him, and that's it. Surely now, Sydney United 58 will march on towards the preliminary final. They've got a 2-0 lead. That one was put on a plate by Milicevic for Antelmi. And how many times has he produced the goods in this fixture Sydney United 58 are going to do a job on APIA yet again. For the third time this season. Time still for APIA. But the travelling faithful. Anselmi's finish was typical Anselmi. He scores his 11th of the campaign. And APIA have been stung in transition. What about the quality of the ball from Milicevic? There's still 10 minutes to go, so don't write off APIA. But that could be a big moment. Just as they did when these two sides met over at King Tom in round 25. He's Armson. Can he get APIA back in it? Just over the crossbar. It did take a deflection. A crucial touch in the end. But so far that sums up APIA's night. They've fired plenty of efforts towards goal, but none have been able to find the back of the net. Here it goes towards the knee post. It's going to come back out to Armson. Can he get his delivery right? Casper's trying to keep it alive for the home side. I mentioned the run that they went on back in 2019. Sydney United 58 on that occasion. It was a momentous run, but they did it from 4th on the ladder. This time they're looking to do it from 6th spot. That would be quite the story. As things stand, they will travel to the home of the Premiers, Rockdale, Illingdon, 1 p.m. on Sunday. Akadenikovsky leaves this one for the keeper. It's an authoritative call from Oliver Callarts. There's just something about Sydney United 58 in a big game. Particularly it seems against APIA. And Hatch driving forward yet again. They're relishing the space now as APIA have to try and commit numbers forward. APIA with the team freshened up over the weekend. But it's Sydney United with all the momentum in this second period. Goal on 66 minutes from the Oliveira and 80 minutes from Anselmi. As the visitors 2-0 up, can they inflict more damage here from the set piece? Whipped in towards the knee post. First time effort from Hatch. Nice work, Tomilic. Bailey Rule. They've produced a terrific block a couple of moments before the goal from Anselmi to deny Rory Jordan. It's been those key moments that haven't quite paid off for the home side. They had plenty of efforts, plenty of chances. It was a similar tale when they met over at the Sydney United Sports Centre earlier in the year. Looking for a 7th win from 9 games since that 2019 Grand Final. And more importantly, it puts them a step closer to the 2024 Grand Final. One of our most successful New South Wales top-tier clubs. Club that's produced so much for Australian football over the years. Many a Socceroo. Anselmi coming forward again. Happy to play it down in the corners now. It's an effort, and it's Buzanos who produces a good stop. Milicevic again, having got himself an assist. Confidence up. I remember speaking to Željko Kalac early on in the season, and he did suggest I keep an eye out. And young Aiden Milicevic had done well in the pre-season, and hasn't he carried it on? There was a period there where he was injured. He's produced a key moment with that assist. It was a delightful cross on a plate, really, for Patrick Antelmi. And here he is taking the corner. His work led to the corner. They're going to get another chance here. For Oliveira, we've already seen him unleashed from outside on that left foot. Here's Gibson. And you have rumours of set circulating about his future. Possibility of some A-League interest. As things stand, this could well be a last game if those rumours are true. Slide it down the line for a skew. Have to really try and find something. Hasn't been too many stoppages. We did see Sean Simmons go down for some treatment. We also saw Bakadanakovsky have some treatment, so there will definitely be some additional time. You've got to try and find one to give them a hope in stoppages of taking this maybe to extra time. Here comes Kasalovic, linking it up with Kaspers. Is this the moment for APIA? All hands on deck defensively. That time it was Milicevic working back. He's been terrific. Heavy touch there from the skew, but he's done well. In the end, forcing the corner. Not too long to go. 3 or so minutes of regular time, and whatever additional time APIA need to find something, and find something soon. Armson it is towards the back post. Muatamalo the target. This Kalat's going to keep another clean sheet. Defensive record. The experience of Vlastalica leading the way in central defence, but Bakadanakovsky's been wonderful alongside of him. Since APIA have tried to target the youngster, he's done well to play on a yellow card. Great touch here from Gibson! He's got APIA back in it, and there's time left. A great finish there from Ben Gibson. He scores his 19th of the campaign. We're not quite into stoppages yet, so there is time for APIA. Are we going to get the grandstand finish that we so often see in the NPL Men's New South Wales? Great turn and finish. Sydney United have been breached. What an atmosphere, what an occasion. Are we going to have a fitting finale? Great work from Kaspers, who's been one of APIA's best. Is he going to pick up the loose ball? Great challenge there from Muatamalo. Won the ball, but he stayed down injured in the back play. Looks like a bit of cramping there. I want to get some treatment here for Muatamalo. Hoping it's nothing more than some cramping. It looks like they are going to make a change. And it will be Nick Azzoni, experienced APIA player. He's going to come on. Dakota Askew's going to slide into the centre of defence. Azzoni's going to come out here onto the left-hand side. Is there time still for APIA to level things up? Are we going to get the grandstand finish? Suddenly the travelling fans have gone a little bit more quiet. No doubt the nerves jangling. Here it comes for Jordan, who couldn't quite kill that, get it under control. The ball from Kuda was a difficult one to pull down. Keep an eye on the board on the other side. Jake Rose, our fourth official. Looks like he has indicated. Long period of additional time. APIA build up. Still time for them. They slide it down the left-hand side. Cambiashi's just switch sides for now. Can he find the delivery? Can't get it beyond Mayer. And now Kasalovic. Here he is. Can he find a teammate in the box? Gibson was the target. Askew calls for it. And he'll look for the switch out to that right-hand side. Gibson's in the middle. Over his head. And it's going to be a corner. No more Muwatamalo. He's limped off with an injury. So that reduces one of the tall options. Jack Stewart's still in there. Bazanis thinks about coming up. He decides to stay. Are we going to see some injury time drama? It goes in, and Kalatz comes with a strong punch. Azzoni picks up the loose ball. Chance to switch it back out to Armson. Armson's got the chance to find the target inside. It was just over the head of Gibson. He did get a little touch onto it, but he couldn't get a goal bound. Here is Stewart. To the left foot, he goes. And he can't get it on target. We are going to see a double change here. For Sydney United 58. Adam Zervis is one of the players that's going to come on. Aidan Milicevic, who's done a wonderful job in that number 10 role. Player who joined the club, the former Marconi Jr., but also spent some time at the Central Coast Mariners. He's been one of the star performers today in that number 10 role. Adam Zervis on for him. And then in the front line, it's going to be a change with Antilmi, the goal scorer, coming off. And Ali El Saba coming on. Here is El Saba trying to put himself about up front. That'll be his job. Is there time for APIA? They launch it forward. Casper's again getting forward. That's a lovely touch. Can he get into the box? Casper's on the drive. Going one way and the other. There's good work from Armstrong to win it back. And now Cambiashi! Across the crossbar. And then the clearance. Somehow it doesn't go over the line. APIA appeal, believing that it did cross the line. They can't quite believe it. What an effort. The drama later on here is APIA thought that they'd taken this into extra time. But the experienced Lance Greenshield on the far side. Wave play on. Here comes the corner. Oh, great opportunity again. Kaspers couldn't get his header. He was the player that instigated the attack moments ago. Is that going to be the last moment? This has been an absolute thriller. Hope you've enjoyed it wherever you're watching. Of course, the action's still coming over at Landon Stadium. You can make the switch after this. But all eyes on Lambert Park. Is it Sydney United who are going to march on to the preliminary final against Rockdale Illingdon? The effort from outside the box, from halfway in fact, from the Oliveira, who really kicked things off for Sydney United. And then he's going to be a free kick. Looked like it was Adam Zervis throwing himself about. He was challenged from behind. Good sportsmanship here from Armson. Yellow card. Looked like it might have been Nick Atzoni. Sydney United, you sense they won't be in any rush to take this. This has been quite the occasion here at Lambert Park to kick off the 2024 NPL New South Wales Men's Final Series. Can you believe the drama right at the end there? APIA rattling the crossbar. They thought it came down over the goal line. They appealed, but it was awarded as a corner. And Sydney United will take it into the corner. They'll kick it away. They're happy to set up defensively and force APIA to come all the way out. And that clearance or that attempted pass to the cheers of the travelling faithful. They have travelled in their numbers. The Sydney United crowd, they have made a big atmosphere. And Sydney United, as the cards continue to be issued. Goals from the Oliveira and Anselmi look like they've done the trick. And they've got the ball exactly where they need it. One of the most successful clubs in New South Wales top tier football. Are they going to march forward into another preliminary final? And that is it. Sydney United 58 has done the business in this elimination semi-final. They've come to the home of APIA Leichhardt, and they continue their winning streak against APIA with a double in the second half. Carlos Oliveira initially, and then Patrick Anselmi. APIA got one late through Ben Gibson, but the damage had been done, and this famous club will march on to a big date with Rockdale Illingdon. That's going to be a big occasion on Sunday, 1 p.m. over at the Rockdale Illingdon Sports Centre. We'll have all the coverage, of course, on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. But the finals football will continue to come. Make sure you make the flick over to Landon Stadium, where Blacktown City currently taking on St George City. And then Sunday, those two preliminary finals, Marconi to host the highest ranked winner, which at the moment will either be Blacktown or St George City. And Rockdale to host Sydney United 58, the lowest ranked winner. So the finals, plenty more to come over the weekend. And then, of course, the grand final, Saturday, September 7th. And we'll be there for all the action as well. But we want to see you there. So make sure you jump on the NPL New South Wales pages. Get your tickets for all that. Plenty more football to come. This has been a wonderful occasion. And the Sydney United fans, they're going to sing long and hard. They've done the business here. And they've got the edge over APIA again. 2-1 it finishes. Tony Tanous wrapping up a big win for Sydney United 58. He'll celebrate this one hard.
finals? You do all the finals?